Leagues 5 Raging Echoes. 2 months of boosted XP rates, boosted drops, and overall fun. After achieving our max cape on only day 3 and being the first player to max total, we made a new goal. Getting 200 mil experience in all skills. How long would this take? Well, it's a lot quicker than you would think. The 2 months that the league is up is more than enough time, and today we will be achieving it. Welcome everybody to the Road to 200 mil all series, the finale. It's been a minute since I've done some swimming. I've not really done it since I got 200 mil crafting. I was waiting till I had more herbs banked. While chipping away at woodcutting and mining in the last episode, our herbs were growing with the leprechaun box, and now we finally have enough herbs for a big agility session. Remember, we had to make unfinished potions ourselves, so we already got the annoying part of this skill done. Now it's time to make some fat Herblore XP gains. Here is 50 million Herblore XP while running to a new agility chest. This was also my last ever 50 million XP task, ending us just short of the Rune Cup at 44,640 league points. So we're currently pacing to be an Adamant Cup 200 mil all gamer. I am finally starting to understand why everyone says getting a Dragon Cup is so hard. I currently have 362 tiers, which brings us over 150 mil agility, straight to 151. Here is 60 million Herblore XP. Not sure why it's coded this way, but at least I got a warning. In my chat box, I am nearly at my tier limit. That's right, as the chat box warns you, Marin will only exchange 700 tiers for XP, and any extras are wasted. No one really knows why this content was coded this way, or the significance of the 700 number, but there's no way around it. We can't simply turn in 5 or turn in X. Every tier over 700 is straight up deleted when trying to turn anything in. That's why it's so important to make sure that you turn in at any point before 700. 696 tiers got me a nice 2.9 mil agility XP drop, putting us at nearly 158 mil agility. Pufferfish are really good. Each one restores your oxygen by 15%, and you can store 10 in the trident. So whenever passing by, I try to grab them and always have enough for emergencies. I just missed it. I'm not giving up. I'm committing to this pufferfish. There is no going back. I don't care how far it brings me. Yes, I just chased a pufferfish for 20 seconds. That was unreal. I have since upgraded from using all of my era potions to make attack pots, and those were actually my worst XP potion. Almost all secondaries are farmable, and with the overgrown relic, I can just permanently plant my seeds from contracts for an infinite amount of secondaries. I jumped straight from attack pots to my best potion, Zamorak Brews, which is a Torstal unfinished and a Jangerberry. Also managed to get 160 mil agility, only 40 mil to go, which is 10 hours. I ran out of Torstals, so I am now using my Cadentines with white berries for defense potions. Here is 85 mil Herblore. Just passing by, 170 mil agility. I have moved from Cadentines to Lantidimes with the potato cactus, and that creates me a magic potion. Here marks the halfway point, 100 mil Herblore XP. Up to 150 mil Herblore now, but I'm going to call it as it's currently 2 AM, but we did manage to get all the way to 180 mil agility. I have done so much Wintertodt, yet I have not looted once since I got my outfit. I thought about how cool it would be to wait until 200 mil for the increased pet chance, but I already have this pet from last year, so it really wouldn't benefit me at all. There is this reality that you can get herb seeds from Wintertodt, but realistically, is it that big of a difference? Here is 160 mil fire making, and that put us at 808 loopholes. It might be time to test this out. In case you haven't played in a while, they made Wintertodt loot similar to Tempo Ross within the last few months. So no more craze to spam your inventory once you finish a game, but rather, whenever you're ready to loot, you come to this big cart outside of Wintertodt, and you can loot 5 rolls at a time. I never really looked deep into Wintertodt loot. You usually do it as one of the first things on an Iron Man, and while it is known that the loot scales to your levels, it's usually still worth it to just loot as you need the money and the supplies is just extra. However, I'm learning very quickly that I underestimated this loot heavily. I am maxed, so of course I'm going to get the best tier loot. This means when rolling herb seeds, torsos are the most common herb seed, then followed by Catentines and Lantodimes. All three of these are absolutely great herb XP for me. Extra Pyromancer pieces can also be traded in for more loot, which actually comes in a crate just like the old Wintertodt. I just went through all 800 of my rolls and got an extra 25 from my Pyromancer pieces as well. I got an unexpected amount of herb seeds from all of this that I never even thought to consider on my calculation towards 200 mil Herblore. This might have just saved me from doing so many contracts. From that loot, we found 68 torso seeds, and I didn't even look at the others yet. There's a small chance that this might be my last ever farming contract thanks to this Wintertodt seed surprise. I have one more mass opening. I think that there's about 40 seed packs here, so a lot of contracts were done today. We are currently only 160 mil Herblore banked and still about 7 days from 200 mil all. Knowing our Leprechaun can only plant so fast, those torsos we got might have actually saved us by so much. Each torso herb is worth 175 XP each in the main game, a 75% buff over Irrits, meaning I will now bank Herblore 75% faster while draining my torsos. Look at this seed count. 52 Catentines, 34 Lantodimes, 67 Torstals. The good herbs are going to be flying in. I've had Irrits only planted for a while, so with this new discovery, we're going to fix our herb patches and plant better seeds. Just in case you didn't take Overgrown or don't play leagues, the way the Leprechaun box works is that when you are growing any seed, specifically herb in this case, the game will check your box to see if it has a seed stored in it. If so, the Leprechaun will auto replant it for you. So when changing seeds out, you have to straight up dig an old herb and replant the new one in. That's why I mostly had Irrits planted, because ideally you want to avoid digging up herbs as often as possible, which means only using the seeds when you have a fat stack, which I have now. Been spending most of my evenings off stream just chilling at the blast mine, slowly chipping away for less 3-tick gems later on. And the XP is adding up quite quickly. This set of ores is already getting us to 146 mil mining XP. Spending my evening finishing off 200 mil agility and accidentally let myself hit the 700 tier limit. This turn-in at least gets us to 190 mil agility XP. Only 2.5 hours to go. Meanwhile, 130 mil Herblore XP? All good things must come to an end. Agility was insanely fast this year, and this is the final clam that we are going to be looting. Goodbye to swimming. I probably will never see this content ever again, although it definitely was fun with how fast the agility gains were. 200 million agility XP complete. You guys have never seen me train prayer since I've maxed, and the reason is because it's 25 minutes AFK. When you choose a 25-minute AFK prayer, it is 4 times slower than 1 ticking. So I've been using all my 25-minute AFK in fishing, and now with only a few skills left to hit 200 mil, I realized I'm good to do 1-tick prayer. We have enough fishing XP to 25-minute AFK until the very end, so I can full send prayer right now. The Corinne dungeon, Forthos, has an altar in it that grants 300% bonus XP per bone. The reason we didn't bother with this altar pre-max or the 35 mil prayer is because our combat stats were low, and to unlock this altar, we have to kill this guy. This is unfamiliar content for me, and the warning message is kind of scary, because deaths are so rarely punished in old school RuneScape. However, to no surprise, with my current stats and gear, the boss was insanely free. With the temple coin that dropped, I am now able to place it on this door and access the altar. So the nice thing about this altar is that the burners are permanently lit, meaning all you have to do is click the bones on the altar, or in this case of course, since we are Golden God, the coins act as our bones. A POH altar is 250% bonus XP with no burners lit, 300% with 1 burner lit, or 350% with 2 burners lit. So technically, 2 burners lit would probably be better XP per hour, but it's so minimal considering we also have to relight the burners every 5 minutes, alongside have Marin Tails. I don't want to pause my Leprechaun from growing good Herblore XP herbs for Marin Tails, so this seemed like the best option. Look at that, 1 mil XP every 1 to 2 minutes, perfect. Here is 60 mil prayer, 70 million prayer XP, 100 million prayer XP, and in case you couldn't tell, this is about 40 mil XP per hour. I am going to treat myself to a small break and some skill hopping after this one, but 150 mil prayer complete. I did a little more chilling at the blast mines, and we are now up to 167 mil mining. We are 2 days from 200 mil all, and I just finished banking 200 mil Herblore XP. It's a little earlier than I expected, all thanks to Wintertodt. I'm going to blast out this last 37 mil Herb XP, hold bank standing. As a production master, I do have to clean herbs myself, and then of course, make unfinished potions without access to Nerda. However, thankfully, cleaning herbs is actually kind of fun with production master. It is a 2-tick cycle, and we clean 28 herbs at a time. If you've watched other League videos, you might be thinking, but wait, with the Herblore Cape perk, you can use grimy herbs and vials of water and skip the cleaning part. Yeah, well, that's not really a thing with production master. Jagex straight up forgot to add it or something spaghetti code, and it acts as if I didn't choose production master, making 1 pot at a time, which obviously is not worth it. So of course, after cleaning all the herbs, I did my normal making 14 unfinished potions at a time. This is never a fun process, as almost everybody just uses the person in Narda to decant in the main game. However, of course in Leagues, not everyone has access to the desert. At least with this year, this is a lot better with Production Master. I just finished making all of my unfinished potions, so now I can finally lock in, and I decided to reset the tracker just to see what the herb XP is like when you already banked all your unfinished potions. Starting off with my torsos again, and I'm going to work my way down. Here is 170 mil Herblore. I ran out of Torstals and I moved down to Lantadimes, but we are currently at 35 mil an hour Herblore. Not bad at all, and here is 175 mil. Unfortunately, I'm down to my irrits now, but 190 mil Herblore complete. 3.3 mil away from 200 mil, and I realized I forgot to make my unfinished Corms. So for the remaining 3.3, we're going to do strength pots after we make these unfinished potions. It is finally happening. No Forager Relic, just straight overgrown and constant herb runs from the Leprechaun. This was by far the most challenging skill, and it's finally done 2 days before 200 mil all. 200 mil Herblore complete. After that, I mean, why not get the other skill out of the way so that I can officially say there's 4 skills left. Here is 200 mil Prayer. The main things we have left to do are woodcutting and mining. I have maybe 2 hours left of Wintertodt, but I get firemaking XP while using dynamite, and I don't want 200 mil firemaking before mining. Then of course the 4th skill is fishing, which I wouldn't know much about because I'm never at my computer while I'm training it. Here is 170 mil woodcutting. The luxury of not having to worry about farming contracts is amazing after a whole month of them. I'm getting a casual 3.45 mil woodcutting XP rate over the last few hours. This also got us 185 mil woodcutting, 190 mil woodcutting, 190 mil firemaking while blasting some ores, emptying my sack for 180 mil mining. Spent almost the entire day chilling here, and we got up to 193 mil mining. With no more 25-minute AFK, it is now time to wrap it up. 197 mil mining and a nearly halfway full sack. I think this might get us 200 mil, or it might be very, very close. We'll see. 40k off. Wow, so close. Had to do just one more inventory, and finally, here is 200 million mining experience. 6 million experience to go. We now get to finish off 200 mil all with one of the best methods, 1.5 tick teaks. 195 mil woodcutting. The gang showed up a little early, but 1 mil experience to go. There's a lot of dirty XP wasters here. It makes me wonder if they're already 200 mil all. 200 million woodcutting experience done. Now for the grand finale, fire making. I had some banked redwoods that I could quickly use for the last 200k fire making XP, and I got these while woodcutting and editing. I didn't want to waste my 25-minute AFK while editing at my computer, so I did some redwoods, as that was 1 click per 4 minutes. Funnily enough, with Production Master auto-cutting an entire inventory at once at Wintertodt, burning redwoods is actually slightly slower firemaking XP than Wintertodt. The moment we have all been waiting for, the last redwood log. Three, 2, 1. 4,600,000,000 experience complete. This was a fantastic run, and thank you everybody who was able to make it live, and of course you guys watching the video who were not able to make it. Relogging of course did secure the permanent rank 1, and something I found interesting is that we've actually managed to achieve 200 mil all skills while holding the adamant trophy rank. This means that more than likely I will finish off Dragon on this account and then kind of go from there. Whether we're back to the main game, pet hunting, or really whatever we want to do. Remember, we are 4.6 billion experience. We can finally play the game. Unfortunately, I couldn't tell you guys how long this took as Jagex removed the playtime statistic. However, I would guess it was about 500 hours for 200 mil all. Maybe give or take 20. That means that it is faster to get 200 mil all skills on leagues than it is to max 99s on the main game. By a decent amount too. I hope you all enjoyed this series. I had an absolute great time creating it. Thank you all for tuning in, and as always, I will see you all next time. Peace out.